All right, Shalom. Call Halayim Law, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rukakadash. I like to say double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone who do well and that taught me this truth. I like to say Shalom, peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3. All right, this is your brother Selah. All right, and in today's video, I would like to make a correction that I made in the previous video. Titled the Serpent / Esau's fall was prophesied from the very beginning. And there, I basically I said Adam was deceived twice. Adam being the first incarnation of Yahushua. So basically I said Yahushua in his previous incarnations. Adam and Isaac. He was lied to twice. But guess what? That was false. In terms of Yahushua being deceived as Adam because Adam was not deceived. Eve was deceived. Eve by the serpent. But Adam was not deceived. However, he still did follow Eve and consumed the serpent's fruit or his philosophies through Eve because he followed after his own, which is what he was not supposed to do. He should have turned away, turned his ear away, but you know what, it's okay, this was orchestrated from the Lord. But without further ado, I'm going to show you where I messed up. To lie unto Isaac, and which Isaac is Yahushua, and Yahushua's incarnation was also Adam. So basically, Adam got lied to twice, but it was the gain that blessing back. All right, see, and that's where I messed up. All right, so so let's clarify this. Adam was not deceived, and we could prove that through. All right, this is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14, and it says here, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Yeah, all right, and that's a clear cut there. Adam was not deceived. That was the mistake I made. Through my ignorance and my folly. Not being diligent of understanding the scriptures, but through the Holy Spirit. That I was able to to catch that mistake, and that's why I'm here to correct it. All right, and basically what I was trying to explain in the previous video was basically the serpent. It was the serpent, aka Esau, Edom. Like his fall, his downfall was predicted. From Yahushua from the very beginning, because good is set against evil, and eventually, evil is going to lose. But guess what? There was a way that the Lord planned it out, right? All right, so we're gonna take a look at the book of Revelation. All right, and this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9, and it says here, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Right. So right here, it basically confirms that the serpent in the garden, which he wasn't a literal snake. He was a man. So if you look up if you break down the word serpent, it goes into sorcerer. In the book of Genesis. Yes, and in the book of Revelation, in the book of Revelation, it basically confirms that the serpent is the devil, and Satan, which if you look at the words, their devil just means deceiver, going back to the Greek diablos, and Satan going to Hashatan, meaning what, adversary, and then it's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. No, it's talking about a man. Because why? Because in the next part it says, which deceiveth the whole world, and he was cast out into the earth. All right, so this is talking about a man. All right, and let's get the precept to that. All right, so Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces and the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So This is speaking about a person, and it's talking about the wicked, and who is the wicked? It's Esau, Edom, and yes, there is a precept to prove that as well. All right. So now we're in the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4, and it says here, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, meaning his armies. They shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath indignation for forever. And indignation means righteous anger. And guess what? He's righteously angry. Why? Why? Because this motherfucker is wicked, man. As the scripture says. You know. So basically, wherever this man goes, wherever he wherever this man is around the earth, he just spreads nothing but fucking wickedness, man. And you know, so like when so when and how this wickedness spread, throughout, it originally started with Alexander the Great, when he went out, conquering, Greece and the rest of the known world, which is Europe, which is part of Asia, yeah. So Europe would be Western Asia. Doesn't matter the fact that you called it Europe, but let's not get off topic. He went around conquering the world, and when he did that, he did what he basically spread wickedness. Why? Because when 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 the Edomites, when they multiply, or when they when their population, spreads out, they bring forth nothing but evil and wickedness. Why? Because these people are the wicked, according to the scriptures, as I just proved to you here in the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. All right. All right. So now we're gonna go into a history lesson. All right. All right. All right. So this is first Maccabees, chapter 1, and we'll start with verse 1. And it says here, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, and smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, first over Greece, uh, and, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted. And and and, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. Just like today, like basically all these other nations, around the world, whether it be China, the Philippines, South America, certain parts of Africa. There's what there's a national bank or a federal bank, that leads back to who, these damn Rothschilds and Rockefellers. And why? Because we pay tributaries unto them, through the monetary system. And I believe there was a quote, that goes by, it was one of the Rothschilds, or it could be Rockefellers. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the quote goes, as it went along by, I do not care. Like, I do not care who rules, so as long as I control the money. Roughly paraphrasing. If I could find that again. But yeah, it just goes to show you that, that these devils, they rule through usury, and I'll get that later, after I read this. Actually, let's get that right now. All right, so this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 19. Thou shalt not lend usury up to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that's let upon usury. But guess what? This devil, he's adverse to the scriptures, and that's exactly what he does. All right, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 18 to 15, and it says here, he that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it from he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law is even his prayers shall be an abomination. Whoso whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself going into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. All right, and I'll just stop there because because that was basically the main point. This man like Esau, he basically increases his own wealth through usury. Why? How about by taxing the fuck out of everyone else? To have control over them. So basically, even these world leaders are just tributaries or puppets, unto Esau, Edom. All right. But going back to First Maccabees. All right, verse 5. After these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die. And it's talking about Alexander. Wherefore he called his servants, as were honorable, and he had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And see, that was the main point I want to get in verse 9. 9 was basically when Alexander when he spread when he gave like command his command or rulership to his four generals, be, be, because going back into secular history, that his four generals basically ruled over certain parts of the known world, like Europe, North Africa, and some parts of Asia. Wickedness was multiplied. How the way, the Greek way of life, or rather, really, it's Esau's way of life. Which is abominable. Why? Because he spreads like nothing but what paganism, idolatry, homosexuality. That's how evils were multiplied across the world. All right, all right, and all right, and now we're gonna substantiate Alexander the Great's lineage. Going back all the way back to Esau, Edom, right? All right, and we're gonna prove that. Why? Because we want to prove all things in the scriptures. All right, so let's go to. You know what? Let's go to. Yeah, let's go all the way to Genesis, right? All right, so we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 36 and verse 9. So we're gonna go to the descendants of Esau, and let's start up at verse 9. All right, it says here, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. There are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, son of Ada, the wife of Esau; Reuel, son of Abishmath, wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Timan, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. And Taman was concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Esau's wife. All right. There we go. So we got Amalek, and we know who Amalek is. All right. Amalek was what? He was the first of the nations. all right, and let's go in the all right. So the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 20, it says here, and when he looked up on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but in his latter end he shall perish forever. All right, all right, and Amalek today are these so-called J double O's or the Ish people. You know, I'll just say he's the fucking Jewish people, man, and in the land of Israel, that took over the land in the Balfour Declaration. You know, as the scripture says, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Let's get that as well. All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 6 through 8. It says here, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. All right, and yes, Amalek was a bastard. So he was basically the son of Eliphaz's one of Eliphaz's wife, who was a concubine to him. So that basically makes him a bastard. All right, so he basically fulfills that those two prophecies of him being the first of the nations, and him being the bastard dwelling in Ashdod. Now that we got that clarified, all right. Let's further prove that the lineage of Alexander the Great. All right, all right. So we found out Amalek is a descendant of Esau, and he's chiefly the chief of Esau, proving it through proving it in the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 20. All right, all right. So now what we are going to do is not all right. So now we're gonna continue to substantiate Alexander the Great's lineage, right? All right. So now we're gonna read the book of First Samuel, chapter 15, verse 20. It says here, and Saul came unto Samuel. Oh yeah, I have obeyed the voice of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and I have gone away which the Lord Yahweh sent me, and have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. Which that's a fucking lie, because Agag should have been dead. No, Saul was being rebellious. He instead of killing everything, and like the cattle, all the women and children, and including freaking Agag himself, and his animals, he spared them. He freaking spared them, man. And you know why is because as you read in the book of Samuel, he wanted to offer some of the cattle as offerings. But guess what? If you know anything about Amalek, aka these JWs, or these people, these people are fucking abominable, man. Man, let me tell you, like these are the same people, well, that were in those sewers kidnapping babies, doing what, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Amalek these people, these people, they do all sorts of wickedness just to stay in power. These are the same people that literally sodomize, rape each other. They rape kids. They rape fucking animals, man. There's a reason why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai want these fucking people dead, man. And the fact that Saul didn't obey, and killed all the Amalekites, is why they're still here. But you know what? That's also part of prophecy as well. That part had to play out. For the prophecy's sake, or Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's story's sake. All right. But that just proves to you that you know that that you know that that Agag is a king of Amalek. He's an Amalekite, right? Going all the way back to Esau. Okay, so now that we know that Agag is the king of Amalek, right? Let's jump to Let's jump to Second Ezra. Actually, no, Slocky, no, not Second Ezra. We're gonna jump to Esther chapter 3. All right, all right. So we're in the book of Esther chapter 3, and it says here, verse 1. After these things did King Assyrius promote Haman, the son of the Hamaditha, the Agagite, right, and advance him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him, and the king's servant were in the king's gate. Build received Haman, for the king had also commanded concerning him, but Mordecai bowed not, nor did reverence him. All right. So basically, in the book of Esther, these Agagites, right? They basically went in, defiled, desecrated the second temple, right. They burned it, and they sacrificed a pig onto it, offering to their pagan god Zeus, or or whatever, right. 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 Why, because these Edomites are vile and profane, and and they did it out of spite. Why? Because they know their forefather Esau sold the blessing unto Jacob, and they did this despite Jacob, for their for their blessing. All right. But the main point was 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 Haman, the son of Hamata, was an Agagite who we know goes all the way back to Emlik, whose lineage goes all the way back to Esau, Edom, right? All right, now pay attention. Now this part is kind of hard. What was hard to find, this is the hidden part that ties the link between Alexander here to Esau. This is the link. All right. I'm gonna show it to you. All right. So you can find this in Esther 9:24, but you could also look this up in Greek, Esther 9:24. But let's go here under the Apostolic Bible, or polyglot. All right, so Esther 9:24. All right, let's let's get that here in the KJV first. All right, okay, all right. It's basically the same thing, but it shows later what happens. But it says here, because, and when I say it's the same thing, what I mean is it's the same definitions, but this is just happening, in a later time period of in the book of Esther, right, because it says here, because Haman, the son of Hamitha, the Agagite, the enemy of all Jews, which that word was Jews, was a replacement for Israelites, Yasser Allah, because Esau's trying to hide the true identity, of the Israelites, pertaining to Job 9:24, right? Substantiating that scripture, or he had devised against the Jews, Israelites, to destroy them, and had cast that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. And there's also a precept of that. All right, book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Why? Because they wanted to destroy Israel, to gain that blessing back. As I said, Esau, he's still pretty butthurt about Esau selling that birthright, but guess what? It wasn't meant for him to get that birthright, anyways. All right, all right. So going back, here. All right. So I just read Esther 9:24. So let's look this back up. All right, and we're gonna look this up in the ABP Strongs. All right, I suggest you brothers. You should Google ABP Strongs. To get these apocryphal definitions, because Esau tries to hide important information, and this is one of the very important information that you need to know, tying Amalek, or Alexander the Great, to Amalek, to Esau Edom. All right, so here's the main point. So how all right so how how Haman, son of Hammetha the Macedonian, waged war against him, as he ordained it and refunded to the lot to obliterate them. And you could also find that here in Greek, Esther 9:24. So how Haman, Hammetha's son, the Macedonian, declared war on the Jews, or the Israelites. So also Jews was a derogatory term for the southern kingdom at the time. The referring Judah, Benjamin, Levi, because the northern kingdom at that time was they were in the Americas, or Azareth, as it's called in the scriptures. All right, but that right there is the missing link, tying Esau, Edom. All right, so we're gonna go all the way back to First Maccabees, as it says in verse 1, as it happened after that, Alexander the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out the land of Kittim, and if we go all the way here, how Haman, the son of Hammetha, the Macedonian of Haman, and who is Haman? Haman linked to? I hope I didn't lose it. Wait, I think it was in verse 9. Salakia brothers. Yes, Khan. Yep. All right. We're gonna start this all over again. All right. All right. Because I want you brothers to get and few sisters or other thing to get the main point of substantiating the lineage of Alexander the Great. Right. So it says here, so as it happened after that, Alexander the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim. All right. All right. So keyword, Alexander son of Philip, the Macedonian. Satan. All right. All right, and it says here how Haman, son of Hammetha, the Macedonian. All right. All right. So that ties the fact that Alexander's lineage traces all the way back to Haman, or rather, Hammedatha, the Agagite, right? Because it says here because Haman, the son of the Agagite. All right. So Hammedatha, all right. All right. So Alexander, the son of Philip, who was a Macedonian. So Alexander being a Macedonian, and the Macedonian, and we could prove to you through the Strongs that the Macedonians are in fact descendants of Hammedatha, who are in fact Agagites, and Agagites as 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 we as as we can find in the book of First Samuel and well, all right, if I can find it. All right, in First Samuel chapter 15, verse 20, and we found that Agag is the king of the Amalekites, and right, and Amalek was the son of Eliphaz, yes, who is Esau's son. So yes, this proves that yes, Alexander the Great is directly related to Esau Edom. Yeah, his lineage goes all the way back to Esau. And why did that go take all the trouble to prove all that? Right? Is to prove that that's how wickedness was multiplied throughout the earth through what through through the conquering of Alexander the Great. Proving in secular history that's how Esau got his strongholds throughout the world. Spreading his wickedness. Right until I believe it was around the four. It was around 400 AD where the Roman Empire fell, and when Esau went into captivity, when hidden the Caucasus Mountains, becoming those Neanderthals or cavemen or wild men, and then Jake was ruling for 1,000 years at the time, until he came back in the Renaissance, his rebirth, around the 1400s was when his was when he came risen back into power. Yeah, and you know and him coming back into power from the from the Dark Ages was also in the scriptures as well. So it is also proven that in the book of Genesis, and we can get those two right now. All right. All right, so Revelation chapter 20, and we're going to start with verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit. That bottomless pit being him going to captivity. Him going into the Caucasus Mountains. Becoming cavemen, and we know and we know and we know he is those cavemen. Why? Because in the book of Job, Job describes how they braid. Let's get that too. All right, let's get the all right, let's get the full chapter. All right, it says, but all right, this is Job chapter 30, and sorry, verse 1. But they that are younger than I had me in derision, whose fathers who had disdain with the dogs in my flock. Proving you that this wicked ass motherfucker is a damn freak committing bestiality with the animals. Yeah, word too might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom age was perished. For fate and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Wait, proving to you that you know that you know that after the Roman Empire fell. Well, when Constantine took over, and and established the Council of Nicaea, these devils were driven off into the mountains. And let's continue. Let me continue reading. All right, who cut up mouths by the blood bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth among men, and they cried after them as a thief. And yes, that's very important. Why? Because these motherfuckers were basically thieves. They raped, robbed, pillaged, and stole, just like what they're doing today. As we can see with Israel right now, with the nation state of Israel, what they're doing to Palestine, and the other neighboring countries. All right, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys of the caves and of the earth and in the rocks. And yes, we could see that with Mount Seir, modern day Mount Petra, and they did that in the Caucasus Mountains. And if you look at at the structure of these skyscrapers and buildings, they basically mimic how they live back in the caves. All right, and among the bushes they brayed under the nettles they were gathering. They were the children of fools. Yeah, they were base men, meaning what? They were low men, evil men, villainous. They were viler than the earth. Yes, and that's just to substantiate the point. The point that these devils went to the Caucasus Mountains and became the quote unquote cavemen or cave dwellers or these Neanderthals or wood wolves or whatever, or they were called. Yeah, they were brought very low, during the Dark Ages, and this is what Revelation chapter 20 prophesied. All right, but continue on to verse 3. He was bound, in verse 3, bound 1,000 years. And that 1,000 years, again, representing that he was bound, that he went into captivity, that he fell out of rulership. For a time, and that 1,000 years was the Dark Ages, where Jake was in rulership in Europe. But again, I'm continuing on to verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. And guess what? We are in that little season, and that was the main point. We are in that little season right now where this devil's in rulership. All right. All right. So. All right. So basically, everything I read there was to prove to you was to overall prove to you that the serpent is in fact Esau, Edom, and I just proved to you how Esau used his carnal blessing from the sword, because yes, the sword is a carnal blessing, because this man was cursed to live carnally and not spiritually. He does live spiritually on the left hand side, but guess what? That ain't spiritual. That's still carnal, because it still benefits the flesh and not his actual spirit. Jacob got blessed with the spirit, man, and not Esau. And again, reading all this is to ultimately prove to you that Esau's gonna fall. Well, all right, and we're all right, and now before I close, before I end this lesson, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show you exactly. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen to him. And once the once this man falls out of rulership, and how he's gonna fall out of rulership. All right. All right. This is the Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 10 through 18, it says here, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints being us, us Israelites. Only Israelites can enter into sainthood. Not any other nation. Why? Because the covenant blessings and promises were only given unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I'm going to read that to you again in the book of 2nd Ezra. And he said and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were first born, and Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. There that followeth, right? And guess what? We are at the end. We are literally at the last few milliseconds away from Esau's kingdom coming to an end, and Jacob winning it. This whole story is us wrestling for the kingdom all the way from the book of Genesis, from the beginning all the way to the end, man. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we going to take the kingdom, man. And I just basically said the answer. All right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. Amen. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Mukakadash, man. And that's exactly how we're going to take the kingdom. Once we get raised up with Yahushai and you get those spiritual bodies, which is the second covenant. And the importance of that second covenant is just going back into our first estate. Yeah, let me see if I can get that in the scriptures. KJV. All right, yeah, this is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. And we're fastly approaching that time of the great day. So we still in these chains until we get those new spiritual bodies, which again, yes, is the second covenant. And the importance of the second covenant was to what was to what was a revisitate or was to reinstate the first covenant, which we did broke, which we were not able to keep. But with this new second covenant, the laws will be written in our inward parts, and we will never sin again, and we are gonna rule with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, starting with Yahushai at the top, and then King David and the rest of the 144,000, and basically to rule the world, because why? The world was made for our sakes, man. The elect. Yeah, Yahushua and the elect, they're the one, they're the creators, man. They're the ones who made everything you see here. They're the ones who made the whole earth and the heavens, and everything you see. All right, Lord willing, hopefully, that we become part of this number. That I become part of that number, right? And you know what? I'm just gonna end the lesson off there. So Lord's will, you brothers, you few sisters were edified with this lesson. It kind of felt like I was rambling on, but I did my best to explain. Hopefully I did my best to explain. All right, again, so I'm gonna say, Lord's will, hope you brothers and few sisters were edified. And again, I like to say, call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. I say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3, and all you speckled birds out there that look like the nations, the other nations, but their seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and with that, I'll just say shalom.